And we are live. What's going on, art enthusiasts and change makers? This is another week of Art for Change podcast. Man, we got a special guest in the house tonight. This is Mr. Sapiosexual and my co-host.
Hey, you already know it's your boy BU because that's all you gotta do every day, every night. That's it.
Yes,
Mm, yeah.
absolutely. Yes, and tonight we got the author of For All Things I Never Got to Say and spoken word artist, Miss Fonta in the building, Harlem's own. What's up, lady?
It's so. Thanks for having me.
Of
Yeah.
course, of course. Thank you for coming.
For sure. It's a pleasure.
Uh, okay, Fanta. Tell us about your beginning stages of life. Where you grew up and how is life growing up?
I mean, I'm from Harlem, born and raised. I grew up playing basketball. That was my first love. My parents are from Ivory Coast and Mali, so I grew up in a real traditional household. So I was outside from young. Uh, so literally, like all I've known was basketball up until like the age of 11. And then that's when I transferred over. I started writing, but ball was always life. I loved Harlem. Still love Harlem. You know, it's time for me to spread my wings. Harlem girl, born and raised. And growing up, I was always like an adventurous kid. I always wanted to do stuff. Always wanted to be out with the boys, following around my brother. Uh, and then yeah, eventually I found my own lane. But yeah, that was me,
Oh,
girl.
okay, so you got an older brother.
Yeah.
It's just it's just you and your sibling, just two of y'all.
Nah, it's three of us. I have an older brother and a younger brother, and no
Oh,
sisters.
okay.
No sisters.
Oh yeah, so you're the boss of the family pretty much,
Yeah,
kind of,
get them
in
together.
a way.
Yup.
Oh, so hold up,
Yeah.
but so you're a hooper?
Yeah, bull was life. That's how I started. I played basketball up until high school. Ended up going to South Shore in Brooklyn. I went there. We won the trip for 2 years, but it wasn't the right fit for me. So I ended up like leaving South Shore. And when I left South Shore, I can be honest now. I was young. I had an ego, so I didn't want to go to another high school because I was at the best high school. So I eventually just was like, I'm gonna go to boarding school, and then boarding school ended up me going to college early. But essentially, yeah, ball was my dream. Like before the NIL, before WNBA players was making any money, I wanted to do that. But then looking
That's
back,
dope.
if I knew this would have been what was going on, I might have kept the ball in my hand a little longer. But growing up, I didn't think women basketball. I didn't think we was gonna make any money. So I was like, let me go find me something else to do.
Respect,
Okay, okay.
respect, respect.
So what got you into poetry and writing in general? What got you in there?
So the thing that got me into writing was essentially just me being, like I said, like I grew up in a traditional household. I came out at a very young age. Like I always dressed like this since I was a little girl. So it was like I always had to feel like I had to explain what I was going through, but I didn't have the language for it, and I didn't have no necessary or safe outlets to go about it. So essentially what I started to do was I started to write. When I first started to write, it wasn't poetry. It was short stories. It was civil rights speeches. It was raps. Right. It was just a way for me to express my emotions. So up until
No,
like
that's
fifth
dope.
grade, I actually wanted to be a rapper. Like I didn't even want to do
Okay.
poetry. And then I was like, nah, I gotta slow it down. Like I want people to hear my words more than I want them to feel the vibe. So then I slowed it down because I realized like the writing was what I was attracted to, not like the
Yes,
music part of it.
I
So you
respect
was
that.
attracted to the process of it. So what is your process of writing? Like, do you just get something and then you randomly write it, or
Yeah, so I would say it's a mixture of things coming to me. Like most of my poems, or all of my poems, are from lived experiences. So
uh,
it's like when stuff comes to me, I write it down in the moment. But most time, the whole poem is not written in that moment. It's the idea that's written down, and then when I find the time, or when I find a space, or when I get brought back to the poem, then I continue to write through it. Honestly, unless I have a deadline for a poem, there's no telling when the poem would be done. The poem could be done in one sitting. The poem could be done in 3 months. The poem could take a whole year to get finished. But
Yes.
it's essentially when I'm called back to the poem. Like even right now, I have a lot of unfinished poems that one day will
Mm.
get finished. But that my journey is really just I don't force the writing unless I have a deadline or unless I have a commissioned piece where I have to have it done. I don't force the writing. I let it come to me. And when I don't have the like the energy to write or like the inspiration to write, I try to read a little more. I get out there. I go to events. Like not even to perform, just to see other people perform and be in the art, and that helps me get my inspiration back.
Okay, so you go to like so you support other artists pretty much. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
you go to different events and just like you said, you don't even have to perform to show up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's dope.
so networking, has that helped you with networking?
Networking, I would say, is the literally the most important thing you can do as a creative. Networking, in a sense of like not even going in there with an intent of getting something out of somebody or getting something out of something, but just going with the
Yes.
intent to connect with people has led me to get so many more opportunities. I've done unpaid gigs that got me paid gigs. I've been in
Yes.
rooms just to support other people that got me into another room where I was able to perform, and I've done paid gigs that got me even more paid gigs. And it's just like meeting people, genuinely connecting with them, not forcing anything. And then if it works and people like who you are, when they need a poet 6 months later, they gonna remember that conversation they had with you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
sometimes they probably didn't even hear you spit, but just because of the person you are, they gravitate towards you and that. So like literally I believe in supporting artists all the way. I even have a scholarship fund that's part of Ratty Reach, and I had my first scholarship recipient in December. It was a $500 scholarship to a youth poet, and they were able to open up for me in my first ever one woman show that I had in December. I'm working on rolling out another scholarship fund, and then I just believe in getting as much as I can, but also giving as much as I can, because like
Man,
poetry
that's
is so
awesome.
important, the artist is so important. So
That,
That's
so it's
awesome.
safe. Yeah, that's dope. So it's safe to say like you're all about the community and the people around you,
for sure,
and energy.
for
That's
sure.
what
Yes.
it seems like. So it's like you kind of care about them just as much as you care about yourself,
Word.
which
It's,
is
it's,
which is
it's,
powerful.
it sounds like she's the epitome of art for change.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it sounds like. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So once you started writing, how soon? Because you said at 11.
Yeah.
How soon did you know? Like I got this. Like this is me.
Wanna know is so crazy. It was different moments where I realized different things. So I started writing like at 11, right? And then I was at a summer camp called a Broadway, and they had talent shows. So I would rap on the mic. If my school had like holiday shows, I would rap. I would do whatever,
Yeah.
and it was cool because I was 11. I was cute. I was a young girl. I was up there. Everybody's gonna clap for you. So when I turned 15, and oh, it was probably like 13, 14 now. I'm in high school. Yeah, whatever, high school, right? And
Yeah.
my hand was broken, so I was able to type on my phone one day, and we was had a free write for ALA class, and I decided to write a poem, and I read it,
Mm,
and everybody loved it. And then that was a different kind of epiphany, because it goes from,
Yes.
oh, you're a child, you're so cute and adorable, to, oh, you can actually write. And this is high schoolers, and high schoolers, they're not gonna lie to you. It's
Yeah.
either good
They're
or
the
it's
worst
bad.
critics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the second time I was like, okay, Fonty, you might have something, but it still wasn't enough for me to be like, this is something that I can do. It's something that I could profit off of. Until when I turned about 18, 19, and I got the grant from the Shawn Mendes Foundation to publish my book. And when that happened,
Man.
I was like, oh, okay. Like, this is like real, in a sense of he's not my teacher. He's not somebody who has a personal interest in me. He's not somebody who knows me. He doesn't know me from a hole in a wall. So if he
Yes.
could see it and believe in it, then who am I to continue to doubt what I got? Because you got it as a kid, you got it when you was in school, and now you got it outside of school. So now it's like it's there. You can't continue to ignore the signs. And it was then
Yes.
when I realized,
Yes.
I can't no longer play with my gift. God done gave me too many signs. Like,
Yes. I love it.
I I know that's right. Have you ever felt like giving up?
honestly, yes. So when I graduated, I was doing the bank for a little bit, and then I ended up going full time. And I remember I made a post about it. It went viral. Everybody was so proud of me, so inspired, right? But what I wasn't ready for, that nobody tells you about, is that it is so unpredictable, and especially when you're first starting out, everything isn't constant, right? So I'm performing, but like I said, when I first started, I was performing a lot of free shows. I was performing a lot of $100, $200 shows, which is great, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
I wasn't doing 3 a week. I wasn't doing 2 a week. I was doing 1 a month. That's not enough to sustain you. So it was like I was always outside. I was hustling. People was seeing me. People was thinking I was, oh, Fonta doing the thing. She outside, and I was dead broke. Like I was working. I was doing like laundry service. I was trying to do security. I was trying to do all these things to make some ends because I was dead broke. But I was outside. I was hustling. I had a dream. I knew I went to do this. And then it got to a point where I was like, Fonta, it might be time to use your degree. Like, so then I was looking for corporate jobs to actually go back corporate, actually go back to the bank. But like, I just, God just wasn't allowing me to get back into that space. Like, every time when I was about to fully quit, it was something that happened that, like, I'd do a
Pull you
performance and I'd be like, girl, sit your ass right here. You don't belong over there with them
back.
people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right? But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
at
love it.
first it was tough. And getting the money was really, really, really skipped. Like it was almost non-existent, to be real. But we figured it
So
out.
are you still working or are you just full time writing?
So I'm still working, but the way it is now is all the work I do is poetry work. So if
Base.
I'm
Poetry
Yes.
based.
working,
Okay.
I'm a poetry specialist at an after school, right? I'm a teaching artist where I go to different schools.
Okay.
I'm getting paid to perform, getting paid to do a workshop, and I also do like I also get booked to go and do features. I get booked to lead workshops in different states. So every work I do is poetry related. Like nothing like
I
I don't
love
have
it.
unless, but I also do basketball coaching, but that's more so like I do it off the love, and then Coach Jones she pay me, but like I don't do that for the bread. I do that because I love the game, and that was once my love. So that, but
Yeah.
other than that, that's all I do. Like I don't got no other job, no more laundry mats, none of that. We're not doing all that.
I love it. I
How old?
love
Hey, you think you can beat me in hooping?
We might. It depends who we play.
it. She said she's from
Right.
I,
Harlem, boy. You better
hey, I'm
find
just playing. She from Harlem. I don't want no problems.
out.
Don't send your boys.
Hey, hey, we got a guest. Got a question for you. He said, "What is your personal definition of poetry?" That's a great one.
I would say my personal definition of poetry is when you think of the writing of poetry, I would just say it's the most vulnerable way to express yourself, right? Because when I think of poetry, when I think of writing, it's literally people deciding to take whatever they were feeling, however they were feeling it, and trying to explain it in the most beautiful way possible, or it could be in the most
Right.
simple way possible. But it's literally the like your emotions and whatever you're going through. And sometimes it doesn't have to be deep, it doesn't have to be like super like heavy, but it's something that you felt inside of you that couldn't live inside of you no more, and it deserved a space on that paper. So that's what I think when I think of poetry. It's words
hey,
that couldn't
Uh,
stay inside no more.
hey, just
I
to
love,
piggyback off that,
I love that.
I feel like I just to piggyback off what you said because I have 100% agree. And sometimes poetry is like you say things that other people want to say, but they ain't got the guts to say it.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah, that's deep, and that's a big impact on your art form. So have you personally impacted like anybody close to you just off your art?
I would say that I have. I think that the first time I realized I impacted somebody, like it was said to me, was when I was at camp. Um, and I was performing at this time. I think I already done became a counselor or something, but I was still performing. And one of the girls who were younger than me, she watched the journey of me performing. And one day she got on stage and she was like, she was talking about her inspirations, and she said my name. Like, she said, I got the courage to come up here because I've watched Fanta come up here and she inspired me. And that was the first time it was like, it's not, it was plain. Like, it was like she said that I inspired her, and that made me realize, like, wow. Like, you're doing this thinking that you're just doing it for yourself. And it was in that moment I realized it was bigger than me. And then I have
Oh yeah.
people comment, people will reach out to me, and friends I grew up with, and they will be like, yo, like, you really inspire me just watching your journey, seeing you grow. And they will bring up times, and I'll be like, damn, like, I didn't even know you was watching since then. So it's like,
The
when
people
you're
be
on your
watching.
journey, you think you're on your own and you think you're just doing it for yourself, but there's people out there rooting for you, and there's people out there getting inspired by what you're doing.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
you're still close with most of your childhood friends, and
Yes. So I am. Unfortunately, some of my childhood friends, they not here. Either they gone or they locked up. But the ones that are still here, like, most of them, I'm still close with. I wouldn't say like day to day close, but close enough. You call me if you ever need me. We check in from time to time, and so yeah, I'm definitely still cool with the people that I came up with for me. But the way I move so quick that, like, I we
so you gotta keep
we
up.
can't speak every day. I love you, but I don't know. Like,
Hey,
I
you
don't know
gotta
what
keep
I'll be
up
doing
with me.
tomorrow.
All right. So with your how did your art change from when you started to now? Is it because you grew as an adult, or you just been going through stuff at that moment, or like throughout the years? Your evolution?
I would say when I started, I was just a young, hurt, traumatized little girl who had all of this anger to so many people in the world, so many unanswered questions, and I just needed an escape. Like, I felt like I couldn't breathe. And now I'm breathing, right? I'm alive. I deal with things better. So my writing is evolving in the sense of, like, even if I'm speaking on a place of hurt, is different now. Like, the wounds heal differently now. I have better tools to, like, talk about the things that I went through, whether it's actually
Yeah.
literally the way I write about it or just the way I actually feel about it, in a sense of, I now feel comfortable to talk about different things and branch on different topics. As opposed to before, my poems are literally all about the same things, like, just reiterated differently. Now I have the toolbox to talk about different things. Like, you can give me something that you want me to write about, and I could spit out a poem for you. So I also, my writing and my ability to write has gotten better. I think my knowledge as a writing has evolved in the sense of, I read more poetry, I appreciate more poetry, and I just know, like, when I write now, it just, I could look at this book and be like, this is two different people. Like, I'm still the same person, but this girl was broken, right? This girl was still trying to figure it out. And me today, I'm not broken no more. So it's like, you could still write about the things you've been through, but it's okay to not be broken. Like, you don't have to be broken to write good poetry. So that's where I'm at.
Absolutely.
I, I call that growth.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
call that
I
growth.
love that.
for sure.
So
So
when
I
so so when you do that, because you gotta engage in the audience. So
Yeah.
and then how did you have to learn that amongst the years? Because you gotta touch the people.
Nah, I think that part, I would say, God blessed me with that. For as
Oh,
long
so,
as
okay.
I've been on stage, I feel like I've always knew how to engage with the audience. I've always knew how to get the crowd hype. I like, So for that, like I've never had a problem with that. I could comfortably say, like when I get on stage, once I'm in that
Tunnel
pocket,
vision.
it's
Tunnel
over.
vision.
It's over. We eating. You gonna feel me today, like word. So that I say that's me. Like that I think that's my strength. That's everybody has a strength. Like I think that's my strength. The thing I feel like I could work on is the actual writing. I feel like when it comes to the
Yeah.
performance, you need me to deliver something. Oh, you gonna feel that. But I've heard some other posts. I'm like, yo, this writing is impeccable, and I want to get to the point where people like, nah, her writing is impeccable. Like I know my writing is good. I'm a great poet, but there's always room to get better.
Yeah.
Always room for better. Absolutely.
So I hear you think of you speak about other artists. Is there any collaborations you want to do, or you looking forward to, or have you collaborated with any other artists?
I've collaborated with some artists already. I have a poem that I'm working on with this poet named Italy. She's a very dope poet. It's about roots. I've collaborated with posts. I haven't done like group poems, but I've done like group features with people, and I think like I'm just open like to like whatever when it comes to posts. Like posts be like, hey, do you mind being in this video for me, or do you mind helping me with this, that, and the third? Like for sure. Like I definitely collaborated with a lot of dope poets. I do want to do more like collaborative pieces though. The only other piece that I've collaborated was with this poet Queen of Drafts. We was on the same slam team, youth slam team, so we collaborated together. But yeah.
All right, Mister, it's on you. You want to read that, Mister?
Oh, I was mute. He said someone closed the vent to relaxation and you needed it to vent. I don't, I don't, I don't know
I
what he
don't
was
know what
talking
that
about.
means. I don't know what that means. All right, that's on you, Mister.
um, advice for aspiring artists. What type of advice would you give to a future author or spoken word poet?
I would say find your voice.
Mm,
When I was coming up, I was listening to a lot of poets. I was studying a lot of poets, and then in a sense, my poems were mimicking their poems. So I had to find out who Fanta Ballo was. So and that is can only happen through the writing of it. So don't try to figure it out and then think you could write the poems. Write the poems, let the poems be the poems, and then as you keep going, you're gonna see what works. You're gonna see what you like. You're gonna see the wordplay you like, and that's really gonna help. Another thing is one time I had a mentor tell me to look at an artist that I like to listen to and look at how they write. And for me, it was A Boogie. I looked at how A Boogie write, and A Boogie his a lot of his rhymes isn't the last word; it's the word right before the last word. So I like that he used in rhymes. So then that's when I found out, oh, I could play with in rhymes, and that's why a lot of my poems have a lot of inline rhymes as opposed to rhyming at the end of the word. So it's like study the people who've come before you, listen to your mentors, listen to the people who've done it. Like don't think you're not bigger than the people who came before you. I don't care if you got 100,000 followers and they got 2K. These people studied. These people did the work, right? When you listen to them and you actually take what they got to give to you, you will be a better writer for it. You will be a better poet for it. And then
absolutely.
always just be a student to the craft. As long
Yeah,
as you are eager to learn and as long as you are eager to get better, you're going to get better. Like it's inevitable in anything you do.
I agree.
hey, hey, you heard it here first. Fans dropping them jewels for you. Hey, cultural influence. Cultural influence. How do your cultural background and personal experience influence your writing?
Um, I would say being from Harlem, listening to like I said, artists that wrote about where I come from or just New York in general. I kind of I kind of have this like toughness to me or like this aura of like shoulders up. Like when I come, I perform with my hands. I talk with my hands. I'm gonna make you feel me. And I think that comes from growing up where I grew up, in a sense of like, you gotta be tough. Like, you want to play in the court, it don't matter if you want to be a part of the street life or you're not part of the street life. When you playing basketball, you can't let anybody talk to you crazy. And since I'm the only girl playing ball with all these boys, I definitely can't let nobody talk to me crazy. So when I get on this stage and I'm talking, right, I'm saying it with my full chest. I'm performing it all out, because it's like, this is all I got. Like, this is all I got. Like, when I look at everything,
Yeah,
I'll be like,
I love
this
it.
is all I got. Like, if I give up this, what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna be
Yeah,
happy doing nothing else. So, and I think that's the hunger that comes from being from where I'm from. Like, we just hungry.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you be saying son, like
Nah,
you be
I don't
saying
really be saying stuff like
yeah.
that.
I don't know.
I be
Hey,
heavy on the
listen.
bro though. I be on like bro, but son,
Okay, all right.
She said, I don't be on the sun like that, son. Hey, look, your Harlem poem. Speaking on cultural background, man, your Harlem poem was dope as fuck. You know what I mean?
thank
That's what really. That's I think it was the first poem that I seen pop up on my news feed from you, and then I started to see all your work, your body of work, and I was like, oh yeah, she dope as shit. You know what I mean? So definitely wanted to have you on the platform. So how do you balance like art and activism? You know what I mean? Like how do you balance being like a artist and like you do a lot of giving back. You told me the foundations that you have going on. Now, how do you balance that?
you. I don't think it's a balance. For me, it's all the same. When I write in my art, I'm writing because I got something to say, but I'm also writing because there's some fucked up shit going on that needs to be addressed, right? When it comes to like the giving back and all of that, right? I wouldn't have the means to be able to give out these scholarships. I wouldn't have the means to be able to give people opportunities if I didn't write, or if my poetry wasn't getting these people to tune into me, to
Hmm.
want to come to a show, to want to buy a
That's
book. So for me, it's less when I'm doing it, it's all one for me. Like, I don't see it as two different things. But when it comes to the activism, I try to be intentional about what I say and what I'm doing.
yes,
I have a power and I have a platform to speak. So I can't just go on there and just speak and just because I want to speak. Like, if you're gonna say something to the people, you better mean what you say and it better make sense. So
say
when
so.
I'm talking for the people who need to hear it, whether because
Yeah,
they going through what I'm going through, or the people who are the ones oppressing us, and that's why we going through it. So I gotta make sure I'm
say so.
saying it clearly enough. I gotta make
Uh,
sure that it's up to par, so you ain't no going past it. You go and want to see what's going on, right? So it's a certain level of like professionalism, and there's a certain level of like, I'm kind of a perfectionist, but it's a certain level of like everything got to be up here for me. Like, if I'm gonna
yeah,
give you something, I'm gonna give you my best. And if I feel like I'm
yes.
not giving you my best, then we gotta figure something out.
I feel
I
that.
love it, Miss Ballo, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, a strong
Yeah,
black woman. She said, "Stop playing with her." Harlem, stand up, man. Y'all got a queen right here in the building. All right, listen. What
honestly.
are some of your future projects? What you got for us in the future?
So we working on book number 2 because I'm going back to school. So we're working on book number 2. Book number 2 is gonna be this, but 1,000 times better. I could promise y'all that. Also, I've been in the merch lane, so I just dropped my crop tees today. They almost sold out. Then we gonna have some sweatsuits going on. I want to start up a poet creative fund, so it's just gonna be a fund where poets say you got a show, you wanna, you wanna take some money out so you can pay the poets to come feature or whatever. We gonna figure that out. So I'm really in the entrepreneurial and philanthropy space right now. I really want to build up like what I got going on, and then also find more avenues to give back. I want to do one woman show number 2. It got to be bigger than number 1. So yeah, it's really all things poetry, all things growth, all things community, and it's the year of the poets, man. We done kicked out the door. We done kicked down the door. We in the room now, so now it's on us. They looking at us like, what we gonna do? So we got to show them something.
Nah, you done said a mouthful, and you so right. You absolutely right. You ain't said nothing wrong yet. It's definitely year of poets, and I think it's the people want to hear something different, man. They tired of hearing what they hearing, and I hate to say it, most of the rappers are kind of like dropping the ball nowadays with their lyrics. So
That's true.
they coming for something. They want some soul food now.
Yeah,
You know what I
they
mean?
something that's gonna make them feel something.
It's different now. They growing up on the hardwood, not the concrete. So they saw. He said the kids kind of soft. They don't know nothing about the concrete. All they know about that hardwood now. They don't know about balling at the park. All they know about is
Nah,
that gym
Honestly,
life
right.
honestly.
now. Reflection on success. What does success mean to you personally? Like, do
I
you
think
measure that with sales? Do you measure that with awards? Like, what is success for Ms. Ballo?
honestly, success is me keeping on going. Like success
Mm,
is me not giving up. Cause for as long as I've known I've been an overachiever, for as long as I've known I've been collecting awards, I've been doing all the things. So for me, success is keep going. Like I don't
yeah,
I don't think I appreciate everything that I got. Even the milestone I just hit. I just hit 1,000 books sold. I
I
appreciate
was just
all
about to
that.
say that.
Nah, yeah, that was
say
a blessing.
so, say
But
so.
that's me. If I hit 1,000 sold and I stop right there, then what was the point, right? It's like now you did that. You see you could do that. So now try to translate that and just keep going up and up and up and up and up. Like I'm
So,
a know I'm successful. My parents is put up. I know I'm successful. My student debt is paid off. I know stuff. And then I'm be like, I rather you did that. Like you really did that. Right now, I'm still hustling. Like I'm not satisfied at all. Like I'm grateful,
Right.
right? It's a blessing, and I'll never take that away. But I'm not satisfied. I know there's more out there.
there's a
Yeah, I love
saying
it.
that I say, you can't rush greatness.
Yeah, that's a
Can't rush
fact. Like
greatness.
it's gonna
Consistency.
happen. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yup. All the little things you do, all the times
The
I chose
small
to pick up
goals.
my phone and actually make the video instead of sleeping in, that's what led to me getting to where I'm gonna get to. And I gotta keep little by little, like, and then people think stuff happened overnight because it may look like that, but it was all the little things that they kept doing that led to
Say
that
so.
one moment. And when that moment
Yeah,
comes, you like seize it, cause you don't know
yeah,
when you're gonna get another one.
That's
yes.
why I tell people those small goals lead to them bigger goals.
Yes, for sure.
Those small goals be behind the scene goals. And then that big
Yeah,
goal, you're like, oh, this is just popped out of nowhere. Like,
that's
nah.
a fact. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
here. I've been
Yeah.
working. You just got here.
You just ain't know.
You just got it. Exactly. Man, who is some authors or poets that inspired you?
I have a lot. Jasmine
Give
Man,
me.
Rudy Francisco, Shehan Van Cleef,
I like
Ebony
Rudy.
Stewart. Yeah, Rudy's good. Uh, Ebony Stewart. Uh, who else? We got Roya Marsh. We got Stephen Willis. Honestly, I could go on and on, but a lot of these poets that really been doing the work and really like, before when button poetry and YouTube was a thing and I used to watch their videos on repeat, they inspired me to like go out there and just know I could do it and know that I could tell my story authentically. Like I don't gotta write about certain stuff. Like I was listening to poems about everything. I'm like, oh, bet I could write about
Right,
anything. So it was
right.
it was definitely them, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
ever freestyled a poem? Yeah, you
Freestyle.
ever freestyle like poem or music? Because I know you fell in love with music first.
I suck at freestyling. I need a pen pen and a paper. Give me some time. I can't. Like I could freestyle, but it ain't gonna be nothing too good.
I love it. I love it. I love it. What is your favorite piece of yourselves? What will be what's your favorite poem?
Uh,
And I don't mean to put you on the spot, but you got something you want to drop for us today?
nah, yeah, I could definitely give y'all a poem. I could definitely give y'all a poem. But my favorite piece, I would say, is either Redemption or So Privileged. Those are my two favorite pieces right now. I can't lie. And I love So Privileged because it that my time at that school was so traumatic, and the fact that I
Hmm.
was able to put it into words and make it sound like something was
Right.
amazing. And Redemption is just like literally the title Redemption. Like I literally came back and got everything that I deserved, and I was able to put it in a poem so eloquently and beautifully. Like when I say I saved myself, had to raise myself, and when I won and no one saw, I had to praise myself. Like that's literally an
Mm,
affirmation right there. Like so
Hell
it
yeah.
that poem is just that's that. But this poem about this shit, I got a short poem that I've been loving lately, and this title is So Blessed.
okay.
I could share
So
it. I can
blessed,
share
ladies
that.
and gentlemen. Hold on, let me
That's
put you on
that.
the big screen. It's all you.
I
All right,
bet.
yeah.
I'm so blessed. My grandmother's prayers are still working from her grave. So blessed. I lost God and found God, and his protection stayed the same. So blessed. I get paid from words I wrote on the page. Alhamdulillah. Praise be to God. I know I ain't a saint, but I'm learning. Praying 5 times a day and leaning into my discernment. Because I'm so blessed, and I'm not talking material. I'm talking God pulled me out of a place even the devil couldn't reach me through. And the era so dark but still showing up an oxymoron. I'm living proof that if you have faith and stay the course, God will show you the miracle. I'm telling you. I got a spiritual advantage. A village that prayed for me when I convinced myself I was damaged. Throwing shots at the dark. Didn't know where I would land at, but I slowly realized that Allah is the best planner. I'm so blessed. I love everyone no matter who slash what they believe in. Because my God gifted me with a heart of generosity. I'm so blessed. I see people who they can be. And I never look at another human with an eye of envy. Because there's room for all of us to be great. I'm so blessed. I be legendary, evolving, soft and sincere, eager and devoted. Thank you.
Amen. Amen.
So
Amen.
blessed. Yes. Yes.
Amen.
Hey, thank you for lacing the Art for Change stage for us, man. So tell us about your book.
Yes, my baby right here. This book, honestly, it wasn't my first. It wasn't my first. Hey, yes,
It came
sir.
today. It came today. It
Right
came
on
today.
time. That's fire. That's fire. This book wasn't my first, like, it wasn't my first choice. I actually went to make a poetry album. But when I got the grant from the Shawn Mendes Foundation, and he was like, he wants to give me money to publish my book, this book came. It was like, oh, it's what you got to do. So when I first started with the book, it was very long, like 72 pages. But I ended up having to shorten it, and that's how we got this book here to be. And when I was coming up with the title, I was thinking, like, what would categorize what these poems are about? And I thought, these poems are everything that little old Fanta kept inside. Everything that little old Fanta wasn't strong enough to say. Every emotion, every feeling, every pill she had to swallow, right? It was all in here. So this is literally for all the things I never got to say, because this is for all the things that Fanta didn't get to say. This is all the time Fanta didn't talk back when her mom was yelling at her for being gay. This is all the time Fanta didn't say nothing when she was in relationships and she didn't know what the hell was going on and why she just always checking out. It's just for all the times, right, that her and her dad had the language barrier and she couldn't really explain to him everything that she was doing, right? It's for all the times I didn't get to tell my little brother I love him. It's for all the times I didn't get
Mm,
to tell myself I love me, right? So
yes.
this book is literally all of that. And it was like, Even if you look at the cover art with the roots going into the braids, it's like, because like I had to get right with my roots. Like I had to fix the foundation before any of this could grow. So that's essentially
Yes.
this is right.
Oh,
Hey,
oh,
if that don't
oh,
make you want to go out and buy her book, I don't know what will.
oh.
Okay. For
Yeah.
all the
Oh.
things that I never got to say, where can you get this book?
You can get this book on my website, and you can also cop on TikTok Shop. It is available on Amazon, but truth be told, Amazon take like 50% off the top. So if you truly want to support and not worry about all of that, and I ship just as fast as Amazon, and it will be signed. You have the option to get a signed copy or unsigned. You should get off my website for all the things I never got to say. And my website is fantaballo.com. And my Instagram, TikTok, all that's Fanta Ratty. That's FANTA RATTY. You can catch more poems of me and all that. So yeah.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
so
right. Plug your shit. Plug your shit. Go ahead, be you.
all right, so I saw that you did a tour.
Yeah.
Uh, so you got any future tours? And how was your first tour? How was it?
My first tour was amazing. It was like my first time outside. It was actually not even in as the tour was, as it was coming together, it wasn't even planned. It just ended up working, and where I was like, I was able to add more dates in and make it a tour. But like the tour was already touring before I was even ready for a tour. So I'm ready for tour number two, but this time I just know that I will be more like, I will be more so scheduling it so that I can have a lot more shows. Right? The first
Yes.
tour, I was just blessed enough that people were coming to me wanting to book me already. So it just ended up working. And I think now I want to double it. So now we did
Yes.
like 10 to 12. Now I
Ten
want to do
ten dates,
20.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
I
So
said that,
it's
yeah.
just, it's definitely, I definitely want to take it there this year. It's just more so I really just want to figure it out and really get it so that it's like it's perfect. Like we just
Right.
going to shows. We don't got to worry about none of that. Feel me? So yeah.
I love it.
All
I
right,
love it, man.
so do you got like any advice of upcoming artists that's trying to do or be in the lane that you're in? You got any advice?
I would say if you're trying to be in the lane that I'm in when it comes to like content creation, selling online, posting, also getting booked for shows, writing, being a teaching artist, I would say the most important thing is to learn from the people who came before you. That's the most important thing. The blueprint is already there. You see if
Mm,
like I look at posts that I look up to, they got a book, they got merch, they got a website, they got this, they got that. I need that. And don't think that you have to pay everybody for everything. Learn how to do it yourself. Like I learned everything I need to self-publish this book from watching YouTube videos. I made my website myself, right? Don't think that you have to, oh, I can't do this yet because I have to pay this person. I don't have the money to pay this person. If you want it bad enough, you're gonna figure out how to do it yourself. A lot of things I do myself. A lot of the flyers from I don't pay people for stuff like that because I don't got time. I'm gonna just do it myself. It's gonna be how I want it to be, and I'm gonna just be good with that. And there's certain things you just know you can't do. I know I can't draw this, so I'm gonna pay somebody to draw this. But I know that I can learn how to put this all together, though. So then I'm gonna put it all together myself. I'm not gonna pay somebody else to put it together, right? I'm not gonna buy an ebook that's $200 for somebody to tell me something that I could watch on YouTube. It's just not gonna be as plain as somebody. But if you really want it, you're gonna study, right? Goes to what I said
mm-hmm,
earlier. Continue to be a student. If you truly want it, you gotta do it yourself. People want to help you as much as they can, and they can help you as much as they can. But if you don't take the steps to do it yourself, if you don't continue to put in the work, if you don't continue to seek out resources, if you don't continue to put yourself out there, there's not much nobody could do for you. I could talk to you till I'm blue in the face. But if I just told you everything and you say, okay, cool, and then the next day you don't do nothing, then I wasted my time speaking to you, right? And you're gonna still be in the same place. And you're gonna be like, damn, I just need this. If I had this, I'll be good. If I had that, I'll be good. If I had, you gotta work what you got. That's it. We got to work with what we got. That's it.
Hey,
The video that made me blow up, I had an iPhone 7. The video, the quality was so bad, I had to put the video on black and white. It took me 30 years to upload the video on my laptop because my laptop was so damn old, right? But I made it work. So if you gotta make it work, don't think you need the latest tech. You can make it work with what you got. And if you want it bad enough, they're gonna see what's going on.
That's
all
facts.
right. So with schooling though, you got your you got your college degree before your high school diploma?
Yeah, I did.
Hey, hold up. I'm confused. You got your college degree before.
I did. I did. I am.
How did that happen?
So, like I was saying earlier, when I was playing basketball and the basketball thing was working out, so I decided that I wanted to go to high school. I mean boarding school. So in my search for boarding school, I stumbled upon Bard College at Simons Rock. And Bard College at Simons Rock is the one and only. Is this the last year? They're actually moving to the Big Bard campus, but they're the one and only residential 4-year accredited institution that takes students after the 10th and 11th grade, right? So after the 10th grade, I found out about them. I was like, oh snap, I could go to college, right? The only thing is this college is college. It's not a dual enrollment. It's not, you taking high school classes in college. No, you're in college. So I was in college, but because I went there, my high school transcript stopped at 10th grade because I wasn't taking high school classes no more. So when I'm essentially a college freshman, and the reason why that worked is because the school was designed to be that way. It was designed to take kids at a certain age to come. So as I'm there, I got my associate's degree, and if I would have stayed at that school, I wouldn't have needed a high school diploma. But because I was transferring, because they was just doing too much, I transferred out. In SUNY, I tried to transfer as a transfer student. They was like, you don't have a high school diploma. You're not like you can't be a transfer. So then I had to. Then I couldn't be like, oh, I'm about to graduate because my transcript started at 10th grade. So I had to then go back and get my GED, but it was called a high school equivalency test in Massachusetts. But it's a GED, same thing. So I had to take that test to get a high school equivalency diploma to then get admitted into Albany because they didn't care I had an associate's degree. They needed to see that I finished high school. So that's how I
Right.
ended up getting my college degree before my high school diploma.
That's crazy. That's dope though.
That
Yeah.
is definitely
Very
dope. Like,
untraditional.
how did you find out about that though? Like, yo, you
I,
just
I just I was when I was at camp, my camp was on that campus. So growing up, I just thought it was a campus in the woods that we got to be at. But as I got older, I started to like, oh, this is a school during the school year. Like they let
hmm
us on for the summertime, but this is a school during the school year. So then when I was looking for my boarding schools, there was one of the mentors that I had. She was like, do you know about Simon's Rock? And I was like, yeah, the place we go to camp at. She's like, yeah, do you know that they are a early college? And then that's when I started looking into their program. And I was still thinking that I'm going to be in high school. And then I was like, oh, wait, I'm going to go to college? To the point where I didn't even, it was so confusing even to me that I just told people I was going to boarding school. And then when I graduated with my associates, I just told people I had my associate's degree. And everybody thought I was lying. And I was like, I'm not arguing with all of y'all on Facebook. So if y'all think I'm lying, I'm lying. Like I'm not about to go through these shits and explain myself to everybody. I know it's crazy, but it's my life. It's my truth. Like, so
Right. Right.
it just
So
ended up working out.
what you talking about everybody, have you had any like weird encounters or like people treat you like you famous yet? Or
Actually, it's crazy. I get that. Like people would stop me and be like, "Oh my god, like like I love your poetry. Keep going." When I go into these schools, the kids be asking for my autograph and stuff. And it's like, oh, like I just be like, oh, like what the hell, like
So you be
me,
shocked.
like what,
Oh, it touched your
like
heart a little bit.
it does, it does. And the thing that really got me was when I was in Jamaica and we was boarding our flight to come back, and the flight attendant from Jamaica was like, she kept looking at me. I'm like, why she keep looking at me? Like, the New York antennas is like, what is she staring at? But obviously, I'm not a rude person. So then she, like, as I get to, like, because I had to check in my passport, whatever, she was like, you the one who did the poem, Broken Hearts. And I was like, yeah. She's like, oh my God, I love your poem. And I was like, oh, international. I was like,
Hey,
oh, okay. So
hey,
these people that you
hey.
be seeing in your TikTok comments that be saying they from here and here, they really they real people. I think when you see social media and you see people like you don't really think like they real people, but they real people. But when you meet them in real life and it's like, oh, like I've gotten a lot of that. People stop me and say they love my poetry, and people recognize me, and they be like, oh, you that famous poet. I be like, me? I'm like, I don't know. I just don't. I'm not there yet. I don't. People see it, but I don't see it yet. I'm not saying it's not possible. I don't think I hit celebrity status yet, though. I
Hey,
think
you're gonna need security soon.
I think I'm good, but I try to, not let people know where I live
Oh
and
no,
stuff.
oh,
'Cause
no,
it be creepy.
you might not need security. You from Harlem. Never mind. You might not need it. You might not need it. Never mind.
He said she might not be.
She
Hey, so
took yours up.
we got three fun questions for you. If
I
your book was adapted into a movie, which actors would you want to cast as yourself? And what would be the title?
Ooh.
That's a good
And
question.
also, what would be the title of your film?
Ooh, that's a good
That's
question.
good. That's a good question.
That's a good question. If I had a movie, I would want cast it as me. I would want Kiki Palmer. And the reason why I want
Hey,
Kiki Palmer
Okay,
I can see
because
that. I can see that. Or
she can
Scissor.
do
I
that.
see
She can
Scissor.
pull
I
this
see
off. She
Scissor.
can definitely pull
Yeah.
this off.
yeah,
And I will title it Better Left Unsaid.
better left
And
Oh.
it and it
unsaid.
would
I
be like
like
a
that.
spin, like a
Mm.
spin off, like if this book was in an alternate reality and how that
Right.
would have looked like. Yeah,
Okay. That's dope. That's
that was a
dope.
nice
All right.
question. I like that
All
question.
right. All right. Now, imagine you hosting a dinner party with three
Hmm.
literary figures, dead or alive. Who would you invite? And what would be the first topic that y'all discuss?
I need Maya Angelou. I
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Amanda. I need Amanda Gorman, and I need no. Love you, Amanda. I don't need you though. I need Maya Angelou. I need Maya Angelou. I need Sonia Sanchez. Ooh. Okay, Sonia Sanchez and Nikki Giovanni. Those are my three.
Okay.
And
All
the
right. All right.
first thing we're gonna talk about is I wanna know how was the poetry scene when they were growing up. Like I could tell y'all about the open mics and everything, how it is for us, but I just want
Right.
to know how it was back then. Like I need to know y'all craziest story on stage. It was the craziest thing
Right.
that happened while y'all was outside. Like I want to know that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Like was it open mics for y'all? Was it typewriters? I know y'all ain't that old, but like what was it like? What was the thing?
Like,
Because I
right.
know our things is open mics and our things is poetry slams and like I know how it looks now, but like was it always like that? Like who
Right.
was the best
Hey,
poet coming up? Because
you
sometimes the
you
most
ever?
famous ones aren't the best.
This is true.
Hey,
This
that's
is true.
some real shit you just said. That's some real shit you just said. Yeah. You ever been booed?
Booed? Nah,
I
nah,
love it.
not to my
Hey,
face.
hey, I
Nah.
love it.
Probably in them
Uh,
Instagram, TikTok comments, but not to my face.
I love
Nah.
it. Yeah. I love it.
Right? And the poetry scene, that's not it. It's a safe
Yeah.
space for your art. We don't be booing in that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah.
Like Erica Badu said, you know what I'm saying? Artists is sensitive about their shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Real.
I like
And you
that.
and you got to commend anybody that get up on stage and do their thing. You know what
That's
I
a
mean?
fact. That's it.
Yeah.
That's that's
I
a fact.
like that.
That's a very courageous thing.
Yeah, to even
Yeah.
Yeah,
get up there and share your truth and share what you got to say.
absolutely, absolutely. If you only had three words to describe your writing style, what would those words be, and how do those words reflect your journey as a poet and an author?
I would say my writing style, narrative, empowering, and and not deep, like and raw, like
Raw. I like
very
that.
raw, like. And I would say narrative because, like I said, like a lot of my poems or most of my poems, no matter what topic I'm talking about, I'm speaking on it in a narrative from my personal narrative and how it affected me, where I was
Right.
placed in. And then when I say like empowering, because my poems is when I perform, you're destined to feel something. Whether you
Absolutely.
love it, whether you hate it, whether you're confused as hell, you're gonna feel something. Something is gonna make you want to do something. And then when I say raw, it's because like I'm talking to you from the heart. I'm giving to you straight like it is. I'm telling you about my problems. I'm telling you what I did to get through it. I'm telling you how I was at my lowest point. I'm telling you how I loved. I'm telling you how I heart broke. I'm telling you. I'm giving to you honest, like honest.
Transparent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
not faking it. The poet that you hear in the poems is the poet you gonna meet in person. Like
I love that. I
Be
love
you.
yeah,
Oh,
me
yeah, I
and
like
you.
that. Be you.
Hey, one more time for the people. Plug all of your socials. Tell them where to get your book again. Tell them what you got coming up down your pipeline. One more time for the folks.
I bet. So my book for all the things I never got to say is available on my website and on TikTok at www.fanta FANTABALLO.com. If you just search up my name, then the website will come up again. I recommend you get it from my website or TikTok shop. Amazon be doing what they got to do. If you want to follow me on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, it's the same at even Facebook. It's FANTARATTY, right? That's Fontarati. FANTARATTY. You can see all things poetry. You can see what I got going on. You could cop up some merch. All of that. All of
Yeah, I gotta get me a crop top because
I love
that.
that.
I seen it earlier, but I was like, yeah, do men wear crop tops now? I had to think about it.
Hey,
I had
look,
to
look,
think about it.
these guys now be wearing crop tops. I don't know if you know this. These guys be wearing
And
all types of shit now.
I noticed it. I noticed the day.
Hey, so lastly, legacy and influence. As you look forward to the future, and what legacy do you hope to leave when you're writing?
I hope that young people pick up my writing and realize, oh, this was someone who had something to say,
That's fire.
and this was someone who told their story in the most authentic way possible, and I see myself in this, and I could write like this, and I could be the next Fanta Ballo, and I could do this. I want people to get that feeling that I got when I first heard some poets, like, oh, I could do it, like she looked just like me, like if she could do it, I could do it. Like that's what I really want to leave. Like I want to leave this earth whenever I leave this earth, and I want people to like when people to think of poetry, they think of Fontaballo. Like, oh, she was one of them ones, and she did for the culture, but she also was a hell of a writer. So
That's affirmations right there. Oh, I
yeah.
I like her.
I
Hey,
like.
you gotta
Hey,
stay. Hey, you gotta stay in touch with us. I
Oh
like
yeah, for
her.
no,
sure.
absolutely, absolutely, and we got to send
Yeah,
you uh, uh a hoodie of our merch. We
yeah,
always try to
Yeah,
yeah.
send
I
We'll
people
need
see you
that.
the
some merch.
hoodies and
Hey,
stuff like that.
you'll get
Yeah,
a cup. You'll get a cup
Okay.
like
yeah.
this.
Oh, I
and a
bet.
hoodie,
I
Yeah,
value
and
and
that.
so
a hoodie and a
uh,
t-shirt.
Say that.
yeah, so
I'm a rep.
send us. Yeah. Send us your address and all that after this
I
with the
bet.
Hey,
uh
also, we always ask every artist that come on, what does art for change mean for you? So, in true art for change fashion, what does art for change mean for you when you hear that?
When I hear art for change, I literally think of the fact that if we are gonna get any actual change in this world, right, we need the artists, right? We need the people who aren't gonna think just like ABC. We need the people who want to think outside the box. We need the visionaries who see things differently. We need the writers who can reach the people in a way and make them feel right. We need the videographers and the cinematographers and the photographers to capture the moment, right? So when I think of art for change, I think of like a whole cohort of artists and everything that we have and how we doing to uplift that movement and uplift that
Yeah,
actual change that can actually happen.
yes. Hey, look,
yeah,
man,
she hit the
we
nail
getting
on.
some
Hey,
great answers. I love it. Nobody
she
has
hit the
disappointed me with
she
that
got a
answer
hammer. She got a hammer, bro. She hit the nail on the head, boy. She got a
yet.
hammer.
Man, we appreciate you for kicking with us today, Miss Foster, man. Shout out Harlem.
Uh,
Man, y'all got a
Closing
goat right
thoughts?
here, man.
Any
Uh,
closing thoughts?
yes.
Close.
Closing statements for the people.
Um, my closing statement for the people is keep going no matter what you're doing, and no matter how redundant and no matter how cliche this sounds. As long as you keep at it, one foot in front of the other, you're gonna be all right. Your journey is for you, your path is for you, and your timing is for you. Stop looking at everybody else. Don't compare yourself to social media. Social media is fake. I
Yes.
be you, be you,
Be
really,
you.
and you're gonna be good. And you're gonna be good. Word.
Exactly.
All right, closing
Exactly. I
statement for
love it.
me. Hey, make sure y'all get this book. Make sure y'all get this. Get this. And I'm gonna pass this to my daughters and everything because my
Yes,
daughters love
sir.
music. They love everything. Make sure y'all get this because this is just the beginning. It's
For
just the
sure.
Exactly.
beginning.
For
Just to
So
sure.
scratch the surface.
make sure y'all get that. Yeah. All right, Mister.
All right, man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you kicking it with us today, man. We had a lovely Miss Ponte in the building. She spread her knowledge with us about this poetry and this art world, man. Hey, so if you want to be like her and join us on the next show, just get in our inbox. If you are a listener, you want to share to a friend, be sure to do that. Like and subscribe, hit that bell so you know when we go live. We go live on Mondays, on Thursdays, on Sundays at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And till next time, baby, keep art for change. Peace.